3KZ. This one's for you. Mellow 3KZ.
1977 was a unique year in VFL football. I'm Ian Major, sporting editor of 3KZ. Collingwood and North Melbourne had not met before in a VFL Grand Final. Tom Hafey, as the first outside coach at Collingwood, had lifted the side from wooden spooners in 76 to the top of the ladder. North Melbourne, hard hit by injuries through the year, were very scratchy going into the finals. Yet after a drubbing by Hawthorn in the qualifying final, coach Ron Barassi lifted them to a win over Richmond, then a shock victory against early favourites Hawthorn to make the grand final. History was against teams finishing in third position, and the task to make the grand final was a gruelling one. The odds were against the Kangaroos to capture the premiership. The first quarter on September 24 was North's, leading 4-4 to 1-5. But inaccurate kicking by North Melbourne and determined play by the Magpies had Collingwood within 2 points at half-time. A great third quarter, and Maggies were 27 points up and in excellent form. Kangaroos had failed to add another goal since the first quarter, only a heartbreaking 11 behinds. 3KZ's expert panel was struggling to find positions where North could bounce back into the game as Jack Dyer and I were ready to take up the last quarter commentary. Well, the only way I can see Collingwood losing it, Jack, is in thinking they've got a win.
Yes, that's about all. They seem to do better against the wind, sort of, isn't it? If there is a wind there, I don't know. It must be very squirrely down there, apparently, but they've got it. Their players are not playing well enough, North Melbourne. Some of their stars are well out of it. There's the bounce of the ball as in they go in after. Thompson got it down to Magro. Magro puts the boot into it, sends it straight up in the air down to the half-forward flank position. Kink goes up, got pushed around the back and will take the free kick. He immediately plays on. It's a left foot kick down to the forward zone again. They're wrestling and bustling there. It goes over the top of the pack, but a free kick is going to Croswell, I would say, because he bustled beautifully for that one and got in front and got a push in the back off Moore. Croswell coming in now. There's the kick by Croswell. It's a torpedo punt kick. It goes out towards Thompson. He gets up too high for Crackers Keenan and goes over the top and has taken the mark. This is Thompson with the ball. He's caused them a great bit of trouble today, Thompson. And there's the kick. He's looking for down there Twiggy Dunn. Up they go in the air and Twiggy Dunn has taken the mark. This is Dunn with the ball now. Juggled it nicely against Cumberland. Waiting now for Twiggy Dunn to go back to have the kick. There's a chance now for Dunn. He'll make the distance. It's just a matter of he can just get that, allow for that bit of a wind. In he comes. There's the kick by Dunn. It's a torpedo punt kick. It's swinging away. It's just about marked there as it falls off the hands and goes through for 1 point only to Collingwood. And Collingwood now have gone to 9-13. 67 points to North Melbourne 4-15-39 and the Carlton United Brewery scoreboard.
North went forward for another behind to Schimmelbusch, but still the goals eluded the Kangaroos.
Magro with the ball out towards the half-back flank position. Up goes Gummerton, has taken the mark for North Melbourne. He immediately handballs it across, gets it over to Nettlefold. He drives it down to where there'll be an up they go in the air and a beautiful mark has been taken by Sutton. Sutton got right up over the top and has taken the mark and will have the shot for goals. And if ever a team wants a little bit of a lift in the air, it's this time from Sutton. Sutton with the ball at the centre half forward position, well within kicking distance, lines the goal mouth up, walks in. It's on its way, it's a drop punt, it looks all right to me. Yes, it's a goal, I would say. Yes, 1 goal on the board. Waiting for the bounce of the ball in the centre again. See if North Melbourne can go on. Oh, in the middle of the back to Thompson. There was no doubt about that one as the big fella for North Melbourne put the hand in the back. That was Crackers Keenan. Up goes Ick in front. Some big Moores in there. Montgomery comes through with a nice bit of play down to the forward line again. It goes over the top of the pack and here's Shimmer. There's a Dench coming through. Goes for the big kick down the ground and standing back at Baker. And Baker's turned around and put it through. Oh, he was lucky he didn't have to front up then. He had plenty of time as the two players in front of him misjudged it. He took the mark and immediately proceeded forward. Has waited in the middle of the goal mouth and kicked it through. And they're back in business a little bit, North Melbourne now. And we have Collingwood 9-13-67. North Melbourne 6-16-52 on the Carlton United Brewery scoreboard. And listen to the crowd. There's a real rumble going right around the crowd as they expect North Melbourne to go on with it now.
Well, Sutcliffe moves in to send it down on the turf. Takes his time. It flies high in the air and Keenan gets it down to Nettlefold. Nettlefold brushes off an opponent, gets a little kick in, goes over the top to Byrne. A bad handball by Byrne, but he goes back again, gets the short pass to Brightus. He fumbles, was going to go on, then goes back and takes the mark. Oh, he was just about to go on with the game. And then he juggled the mark and thought, I think I better take my time about this one. and Arnold Brightus goes back to redeem his poor kicking of the day. Brightus lines up the big sticks. I don't think he's brought it back far enough. The difference is 14 points as Worthington moves around to kick in again. Renee King walking over with Ick, who is now at centre half back, but the players over to the half back flank on the North Melbourne forward zone. Up they go with Thompson in the air and has pulled down on yet another mark. Thompson going to go back. No one's on his mark now. Brightus moves across. Big Len puts the boot on the ball. Torpedoes in towards the half-forward line. They set themselves. Gumbleton knocks the ball to the ground to Cable, but it's over his head. Kink goes in. Nettlefold handballs down the ground. Stacks on the mill. Oh, and the umpire's plucked a free kick of around the neck. And going back to take it, it's going to be Xavier Tanner. There's a big pack of players there, and he did well, but he was right on the scene. And there's the kick by Tanner. It's a driving punt kick in towards the forward line over the back. Oh, Brightus missed it. A handball to Dench. It's gone the wrong way, and Dench fires. It's there for a goal. And another one on the board.
That was a bad handball. Who was it got, was it?
It was Manasseh, I think, that handballed it up in the air, and it's gone straight over to David Dench. Beforehand, Brightus missed the run of the ball, and Manasseh handballs over the top when he got the lucky bounce of the ball. Handballed it straight to Dench, who's put it through. Collingwood 9-13-67, North 7-17-59, and 3KZ is football. The bounce of the ball by Ian Robinson, up it goes in the air. Gumbleton goes in to tackle Twiggy Dunn, but it's into open territory, and Tanner comes in, gets on the left foot, scoots into the forward line. Sutton goes up, couldn't take the mark, and it's a grab, and it's going in favour of Casson of North Melbourne at centre half forward. Casson with the ball, looking for someone to kick it to. It's high, it's right in towards the full forward line. Up they go, Baker right over the top, and the umpire has said it is a mark. He's got it on the way down. Now is it Brightus? And it was Baker that took the big leap.
Yeah,
so Brightus must have been at the bottom of the pack and had the grab. And he's got it at the bottom. Baker was the one that took the high-flying leap. I thought he was going to grab it, but when it went up in the air, it must have fallen down with Brightus having the grab and another one on the way back. And Brightus is lining up to take his shot. And the Collingwood camp are calling for the first aid equipment out on the ground. It looks as though a Collingwood defender may have even done something to the leg where the stretcher is required. And it is Doug Gott on the ground. We've held up play here. Bad luck for Collingwood at a vital time of the game.
Bad luck for Brightus too, to have to stand there and with the nerves slowing down there. That'll stop the blood flowing through the veins a little bit there. He'd be worried the brain will be just ticking over like a tin of worms now.
But he can do no worse, Jack, with 5 behinds and 2 out of bounds so far. 6 behinds, Peter. I'll take that back. And he comes for goal, and he's hooked it, and it's only 1 behind. And it's a shocking miss by Arnold Brightus, who has been to the fore with the North Moys all day, but he's been kicking atrociously. North Melbourne 7-18, 60 points. Collingwood 9-13, 67. The difference at the moment is 7 points, and we've played 11 minutes into the final term.
Wayne Richardson with the ball on the wing position. In he comes now with the ball to have the kick. And Collingwood going back into action again with a long kick down to the half forward. Carlton sets himself. Up they go, punch down to the ground. Henshaw going after it, but the ball beats him over the line out of bounds for a throw in.
I said at the start of the game I didn't want to be cheeky by suggesting a draw. It's now a goal the difference, gentlemen.
It could easily be that way. In they go again. Backus Keenan goes up, flips the ball over to Cable. Cable with a long kick down to the forward zone again. They fly high. Nolan Picken takes the ball away, picks it up, comes across the ground. A chance for Collingwood is a bit of open territory. It was Schimmelbusch showing amazing pace, has gone past Barham. Beautiful play by Schimmelbusch. He goes for the long kick down the ground. It's hit the turf again. They go in after it. Here's a Baridis is in there battling it out. Gives it to John. Shut the gate. He's got it across. And lining the goal mouth up, there's the big fella again, Baker, and he walks into an open goal and goes bang. That's his 5th goal on the board, and the scores are level at the present time. Well, that was a beautiful bit of play by Schimmelbusch. He got it with the left foot kick, a bit of a fumble down there. Byrne broke away, and here's when he looks up in the air and gets a clear shot towards the goal post. There was Baker sitting by himself, smoking his briar, takes it easy, turns, goes for home, and makes the scores equal at the 15-minute mark in the last quarter. What a game it's turned out to be. Collingwood had it all wrapped up at 3/4 time. Now they're starting to battle. They whip it over the top. It comes back in the open. Magro goes in after it. He's caught. He goes for the hand pass. Another knock to the ground by Nettlefold. Desperate football. Nettlefold throws himself at the ball, and the umpire's going to ball it up.
North Melbourne is showing a lot of desperation. I don't think Collingwood is showing the same desire.
Waiting now for the bounce. They've got a little bit of a snip too, I think. North Melbourne too at this stage as they whip it down to the ground, but getting away was Wayne Richardson on the left foot down to the forward zone. A fumble here, and there's Collingwood going home again. Twiggy Dunn. He goes for home, but it's off the side of the boot. He's missed it. Oh, a shocking miss by Twiggy Dunn. And 1 point on the board to Collingwood. They've hit the front again. Collingwood 68 points, North Melbourne 67. Collingwood 9-14, 68. North Melbourne 8-19, 67 points. Croswell kicking in, fumbles a bit, drops short, it bounces, goes over their head, it's punched away out in the open again. Pace one of Rizals goes in half the ball. Gordon whips it along the ground, it goes over the line, another bounce for a throw-in.
Waiting for the throw-in on the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. Boundary umpire throws it in. Magpies motivators trying to get them going again at full bore. Twiggy Dunn knocks it to the ground, but here's a chance for Xavier Tennant to take it away. He's tackled, but he's still running the ball along the ground. He picks it up, breaks away, he's caught now in the centre of the ground, and the free kick must go Collingwood's way. Wayne Richardson going back with a satisfied look on his face after bringing Xavier Tennant down. Tanner had the run of the ball, did wonderfully well to get it as far as he did, but just tried to do that fraction too much. Wayne Richardson comes in, torpedoes the ball back into Magpie territory. A good torpedo, a big pack of 5 players go up. No one could mark the ball, and Stephen Nicholas grabbed too much on King. And the umpire said a free kick to Renee King, 40 metres out from goal. Renee King looking up into the sun. Not a bad kick of a football, Renee, and should just about put it on its way. There it is, the kick. It's drifting offline. It's drifted well offline, and it's only another behind. Collingwood 9-15-69. North 8-19-67 at the 17-minute mark. North came back again, but with another behind. Barham with the ball, gets another handball in before he's tackled by Baker. Here's Ronnie Wearmouth, but he misses the run of the ball. Chimmerbush charges across, knocks the ball out of Wearmouth's hands, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Schimmelbusch is giving a great example for his teammates, Jack.
Oh, real determination by Schimmelbusch. He refuses to give in.
Boundary umpire with the ball in front of our broadcasting position. Throws it in towards the centre. Renee King takes it and flips it over the back, but it's all North Melbourne there. Cable runs into his own teammate in Byrne. The handball is out to Tanner. Tanner with a handball to Keenan. This will bring bad luck for them. No, he's got out of it with a knock away from Dunn. Gumilton gets it over towards Elves. Elves to Montgomery. Montgomery straightens up, eludes one player, one bounce. Now drives into the forward line, looking for Bridus. Bridus goes up and marks the ball.
What a great pass, Ian. Oh, it was judged to a fraction, it was, to give Bridus a chance at that when he put the one hand up in the air and took it.
Well, his luck must change soon, Jack, with about 6 behinds and 2 out of bounds, and he's closer this time.
Oh, and he got a chance of winning the game. Oh.
20 metres out. I'm sorry, Peter.
Just his 9th mark.
9th mark to Arnold Dyer, as we've mentioned throughout the call, been well in the play, but kicking inaccurately. In fact, atrociously. Now, can he do it this time? Comes in towards the goals. He's missed it again. He has. And I'd say Ron Barassi's just lost about another 5 hairs down on his coach's box. Collingwood 9-15-69. North Melbourne 8-21. 69 points. It's level pegging at the 21-minute mark.
Thompson gets the front position, but it's knocked away. Oh, here's a chance now. He lines them up and goes for home. It's Byrne. I think he's offline. Only 1 point, but they've hit the front. Well, that was another easy one missed there as Byrne went in that time. Put the boot to the ball, an easy shot for goal, but went offline and went through for 1 point only. David Tennis come right into the game in the last corner for North Melbourne. Going for another low one too, and he's found someone too down there on the half-forward flank position. And it's just coming along with Sutton with a long kick down to the forward line. Looking for Baker. Up goes Baker. He's taken the mark and looks like he's going to play it. Oh, he had 2 bites of the cherry right over the top of Thompson then. Pushed them all forward. The umpire couldn't see it. Leant back and took 2 bites of the cherry and pulled it right down. And here it is now going back to have the shot for goal. Baker, not too good a kick though, but he's close in. Can he kick it? He puts it through the centre and the roar of the crowd. The North Melbourne supporters as they've gone right away there. That's his 6th goal. What a performance. He's missed a couple too. Collingwood 9-15-69. North Melbourne 9-22-76.
Anderson coming off the ground.
It's getting into time off, just about to hit time off at this stage. Collingwood 9-15-69, North Melbourne 9-22-76. What a game here at the MCG for the grand final of 1977. Collingwood had it all wrapped up, ready to take home at 3/4 time, and North Melbourne with a great fight back has hit the front by 7 points. And this going into time off as the ball is bounced. Can they hang on? It goes down to the ground. It was Casson. Oh, but they're covering it up well. He puts the boot in and kicks in the man coming toward Montgomery. On the ground again. Here's a chance for a dive away. Going out towards the wing position. They're going to waste the time if they possibly can. Here's Cable trying to pull a yard out of the pants, but he cannot do it. And the ball puts him over the line and out of bounds. Waiting for the throw on the wing position on the grandstand side. And North Melbourne still in front. They've got 7 points in front. A very handy lead indeed as up goes Thompson, knocks the ball away, but they're jamming it in as picked up by Casson. Casson keeps it near the boundary line and puts it over the line and out of bounds for a throw in.
Free kick over on the full.
And this looks like Worthington. No, it's Picken with the ball. He drives it up towards the centre half forward position. Up they fly. It's punched to the ground. Goes to Shaw. Shaw gives it over towards Barham. He's got the pace. He's getting away, but he's going to fumble the ball. And it goes over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. Desperate football here in the last few minutes of this game. And Collingwood, how they 6:15, 69 behind North Melbourne, 9:22, 76 on the throw-in. Up goes Big Moore, flips it over the top, but all breaking through was Xavier Tanner again. And away he goes. 1, 2, 3. Will he hand pass it over towards? He should hand pass to the Cable now, but he's going for the long kick across the ground, and they'll make it. And a good lead out and a good mark has been taken over on the half forward flank position for North Melbourne.
Bill Baker.
This is Baker again. What a great game he's played. Baker coming in. He kicks this, he's the mirror of North Melbourne, but it's off the side of the boot, going towards the boundary line, hits the turf and goes over the line and out of bounds. I think there'll be a throw-in decision. Yes, a throw-in decision, still in North Melbourne's forward zone. Thompson in the ruck, up goes Sutton, whips the ball down to the ground. A left foot kick up the ground, but they're packing it in North Melbourne there. They got no hope of getting through. Here it is out towards the Baker again, but he's pushed out of the way. In they go in after it. They're racing towards the ball, the defenders. Dench is in there too, still on the ground. Worthington there too, but taking off the pack was Montgomery down to the forward line, but there's only one player there as up goes Thompson. It goes over the top of the pack and good play by Manasseh. Manasseh comes down the ground with a long kick. It's back to the centre of the ground, but North Melbourne again they've saved, and this time it's Carlton. Look over the wing, son. He's found him at last. I thought he'd never get him. He's got him over in the wing position there, and a beautiful pass goes over to the wing, and this will be L. L's made position, the old experience then. He made it nicely, going for the short one again down the ground to Nettlefold. Nettlefold immediately plays on, goes for the big kick down the ground. In they go, it goes over the top of the pack, hits the turf. In they go in after it again, it's right near the boundary line. It goes over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. And time is marching on here. They're still 7 points in front. A free kick going to Shaw of Collingwood with the ball in the back pocket, going for the short pass, gets it over to Hyde. Hyde about to go off. Cable gets on the mark. Hyde goes for the short pass, a hand pass, getting it across again. And Collingwood trying to go into attack. Once again it hits the turf, and here's Zick coming through at top pace. Puts the left boot into it, over to the half-back flank or half-forward line. It'll hit the turf, it'll bounce. Thompson's going after it. He's looking for a hand pass, but Schimmelbusch chips in. In comes Bowen again. He got pulled around the waist. Should have been the free kick, but it's going to be a ball-up decision.
Waiting for the ball up on the half-forward flank. Ricky Barham gets to his feet. Schimmelbusch drags himself up. Now hands the ball over to umpire John Sutcliffe. Siren must be due at any moment now. Collingwood must get it up there quickly. Wayne Richardson tackled around the neck, and Wayne must take the free kick. We're still not quite up to the wing position. Collingwood going into attack. Wayne Richardson looking for someone to kick it to. Punts with a floating punt into the forward line. Up they go, and tap away by Montgomery over towards his teammate Schimmelbusch. Another tap back towards Montgomery, and he flips it over to Nettlefold. But Nettlefold's kick is astray over the line on the full, and the free kick is going Collingwood's way, and the free kick will go to Bill Picken. Picken with the ball, had it thrown back by Byrne. Now Picken comes in. A torpedo punt right in towards the half-forward line. Up in the air they go. It's down towards Wearmouth, but he's tackled there, hamming them in, North Melbourne. Umpire Ian Robinson about to bounce the ball again. Picked up by Schimmelbusch, and he fires into the half-forward line. A handball by Ireland over to Picken. Picken floats it back in the air with a big punt kick. Keenan in front, goes up. Twiggy Dunn tries to knock it down. He gets to the second bite. A handball, and then a kick by Henshaw is smothered, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Ricochets off the boots of the Collingwood players also, and it's a boundary line throw-in again. Collingwood's half-forward line. Twiggy Dunn gets it down on the ground. A handball out the Bond to Magro. Magro swings around, a chance for Moore. Moore into open goal, gets on the left foot, puts it on its way, but only 1 point. And it's Collingwood 9-16, 70 points. North Melbourne 9-22-76. There is now 1 goal the difference. Thought he had that for a moment, Jack.
Oh, he should have got it, Ian. Oh, I was watching it very intently there, but he just swung around a little bit too far, I thought. Don't do anything silly, he said, now at this stage.
Oswald goes for the big kick. 1 goal the difference, and the siren due at any moment. Down on the ground. A free kick will have to come up Collingwood's way, and this will be hied right up the ground. Umpire now coming in. It's the big kick right in towards the forward line, looking for high-flying Peter Moore. He goes up, he almost brought it down. It's down on the ground. Twiggy Dunn couldn't quite get it. It's still on the ground. Stacks on the mill. A handball into open territory. Gumbleton flips it out. Wayne Richardson takes it over the line and out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in. We're at the 30-minute mark. Boundary umpire throws it in. Moore goes in. Keenan over the top. He flips it down on the ground. Straight to Max Richardson. It's down on the ground. Stacks on the mill. They can't quite get it out, and it's going. Oh yes, it's picked up by Cable. Cable with a kick out to half back. Down on the ground it goes. King trying to get into open territory. A chance for the Magpies once again, but it still Stacks on the mill, and it's going to be a ball up at centre half forward. We're drifting away from the 30-minute mark into the 31-minute mark. There's 1 goal the difference in the grand final of 1977. Umpire Robinson sends it down on the ground. Up they go. Carlton gets it down on the ground. In comes Shaw. Handballs to King. King turns around, fires in towards goal. It's across the face of goal. Out comes Peter Moore. Peter Moore swinging around. Can't pick it up. It's down on the ground. A flip out. Over to Magro. Couldn't get it. And Moore Stacks on the mill. No. Magro gets it. A left foot shot for goal, but it's over on the full. And the free kick going North Melbourne's way.
Waiting now for the kick there with a goal the difference between these two very powerful sides. Here's a chance now. And they're still, I wonder what time it is to go. I think the crowd are on their toes now. They're watching to see if the bell will go. It's a free kick. It's going to Wick. There's a Nettlefold. Nettlefold it is. Coming in with a long kick out towards the forward line. Up they go in the air. No one has been. Yes, there's been a mark taken here. And the umpire has, yes.
Picken.
And this is Bill Picken with the ball. They've got to score twice. This is the time must be running out. There's the kick by Picken. Up they go in the air. No one has marked the ball, I don't think, have they? Yes, he's going to play as Twiggy Dunn. And this could be a draw in. Well, Twiggy Dunn's got it. Oh, there must be only seconds to go. He's right in front. And 9-16, 70 points to North Melbourne, 9-22-76. Waiting now for the shot by Twiggy Dunn. Twiggy Dunn with the ball, going back, and the scores will be level if he can kick this. He's about 15 metres directly in front. Here he is coming in. In comes Twiggy Dunn. Bang he goes. And what's the crowd say? Yes, it's a goal. And the scores are level. And the siren must go at any time. It is going to be the scoring. He'll score the 1 point now to make them victorious here in 1977. Waiting now for the ball to come back to the centre. The scores reading Collingwood 10-16, 70 points. North Melbourne 9-22, 76, 76, 76. The scores are level at the MCG. Waiting now for the bounce of the ball. And seconds to go in the grand final of 77. The scores level on the bounce of the ball. Up it goes. It's a hit out in the open again, going to the ground. In they go in after it. Oh, they're taking risks now. They're not going to lose this. There's Cable going down the ground. In they come, down the ground they go. In after it, Panassa there. Panassa's got the ball. He's chucked out of the way. Going to the ground again. A left foot kick down the ground. Alva's going to cover this one. He slips. He goes in after it. Kicks in the man. No, he goes for the big kick down the wing position again. Up they go in the air, and a beautiful mark has been taken in defence. And this must be Billy Picken. Now it's Worthington it is by the looks of it. Yes, Worthington it is with a long kick down the ground. Hits the turf. They're in action, Collingwood. Here's the siren. It's a draw. The grand final is a draw. They're still playing on, but there's the siren. I can hear it. And there's the score. Collingwood 10-16, 76. North Melbourne 9-22, 76. This repeat of it's a draw in the grand final of 1977.
A drawn grand final. The second in the VFL's history, the first being in 1948 between Melbourne and Essendon, although ironically Sydney's Rugby League Grand Final had been drawn the week before. The VFL had struck a financial bonanza with the first ever live telecasting of the Grand Final, and then an extra week's ticket sales, plus Grand Final replay TV rights.